Hi guys!
Dumb Cosmic Girls here, back in action one more time! Woo!
So, as our recent decision of kind of like a channel change, we decided that a good way to start this off would be to do like a kind of introduction video, kind of like know more about us.
This is the 50 Facts About Me challenge split 25-25.
Yeah, because there's two of us.
And we don't want to go through 100 facts. And I couldn't even find 25 facts.
I could barely get through 8. I was just like...
So we're gonna rock, paper, scissors to see who starts off the list. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. You go first.
Okay. No, you go.
I go first?
Because you beat me.
Okay, I'll go first. Fact number 1 about Erin is that I have a giant sweet tooth. I eat so much candy, and I used to put so much sugar in my tea.
Gonna mention that.
About 2 years ago, I used to have 6 sugars in my tea. It was ridiculous. I've toned it down more, but I'm still like a super candy-holic. I love chocolate and sweets. I'm like obsessed. It's terrible.
First fact about me, or technically second, is I love Gudetama. I have like a really bad obsession with Gudetama since the day he came out. I was just like, this egg, I just love him.
I just remember Fiona being like, guys.
I sent you a picture, I was like, guys, look at this.
It's an egg. Its name means lazy egg.
Yeah, I have so much Gudetama. It's kind of sad.
The next fact is a boring fact, but my favorite colors out of all the colors we're talking about, Fiona was like, I didn't want to put it back, like, my favorite color is pink.
And Aaron's like, I put that.
I put that.
I was like, oops.
My favorite colors are baby pink, so like light pink, like this alpaca, and light blue, like baby blue. I like this kind of. Those are my favorite colors.
So this is a pretty obvious one, but it is a dream of mine to live in Japan. I don't know for how many years, maybe 6 years, maybe I'll live there forever, but I definitely want to live there for at least 1 year.
I didn't put that on my list, but me too.
I know, I didn't want to say for sure, but I was like,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure
me
Erin.
too. I didn't put that on my list, but me too. The third fact is this weird thing about me. I am really afraid of like big waterfalls. Like, big waterfalls freak me out. Like, when I went to Niagara Falls, I had such an anxiety attack just looking at it. I was like,
you hear stories of people going over.
I thought I was like,
so, when I was about 13 or 14, I wrote an essay about micro pigs in an attempt to convince my dad to let me get a micro pig, and it didn't work. It was a full page, like 8-page essay. Like, I was devoted. I was like, I really want a micro pig, and he didn't let me get one.
Well, sometimes we talk about moving in together, and then Fiona's like, forget the micro pig, let's just get a full-size pig. I'm like, no!
I love pigs.
We're not getting a giant pig. Okay, so the next fact about me is that I am a giant crybaby. I cry all the time, even when I'm not sad, even if I'm just like, if I'm happy, I cry all the time. Sometimes I don't even want to cry, I just start crying. Like, just happen. For a story, the other day I went to go talk to my English teacher. I was to get some work, and I was like, hi miss, and she was like, hi, and I'm like, oh, I just need to get that information because I was going on a trip, and she's like, okay, well here's the information. You're gonna miss a lot, but I'm sure you'll be able to catch up. And then I just started crying. For no reason. I wasn't sad, I wasn't scared. My brain was just like, it's time. A bonus fact is I've never seen Fiona cry. No, talking about crying, I've never seen her cry. She's like a brick wall, no emotion.
When I was younger, actually not that much younger, I loved the color pink, but I didn't think I was girly enough to wear pink because I don't know why, I just didn't think that.
Maybe it's because you're so tall.
Yeah, I feel like that is kind
You're like, I'm so tall like a boy, I can't like pink.
Yeah, but now I'm just like, embrace it.
The next fact about me is when it rains in Canada, I don't know if this happens anywhere else, when it rains, the snails come out of the grass and the trees and they come onto the sidewalk to drink water.
To swim?
Maybe. But when I'm walking to school, I stop and pick up every single snail on the sidewalk and toss it back into the grass because they get run over by bicyclists. And like people walking, they like step on them. Like I've stepped on a couple snails. It's tragic. So I try and save them. I'm like, I will save you. I will save you, snail.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I feel bad for them. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I am 5'11", 6 foot. I stopped measuring myself a while ago because it just gets depressing at a certain point. And I used to be made fun of for my height a lot, and I used to be really self-conscious of it, but now I have accepted my height and I am just a giant. I just embrace it now.
Glamazon. Amazon, but like glamorous.
That's a nice way of putting it.
So the next fact I have on mine is that I have an obsession with eyeshadow. I will have every color of eyeshadow under the planet. I never use them. I have so much eyeshadow. It's kind of ridiculous. Like I have, if I look over, I can see like 3 eyeshadow palettes just on my desk right now. And they're pretty big, and some of them are very expensive.
Oh, and the next fact about me is this one's kind of boring, but I get mistaken for being Ukrainian, Polish, or Russian all the time. I am Canadian. I was born in Canada. My mom was born in Montreal, and my dad was born in England. I am nowhere even near those countries.
The next fact about me is that I am supremely lazy, and I am a hardcore procrastinator. Like, if there was an Olympic sport for procrastinating and being lazy, I would win, because sometimes I text my mom to go upstairs and get me chocolate from her bedroom.
You're right next
And I'm right next to it.
My next fact is when I was younger, actually not that much younger, probably like 4 years ago, I had a legit fear that I thought my entire neighborhood hated me. I didn't know why, I just thought that they all hated me. I'm like, yep, this is it, I gotta move now.
About this once before,
yeah,
I remember.
I thought
so
my whole neighborhood hated me.
I love, and I mean love, The Walking Dead. It is my favorite TV show. That's like an actual TV show, it's not anime. I love The Walking Dead so much. My favorite character is Glenn, sweet baby close to my heart. I love him so much, and The Walking Dead is by far the only show that has really kept my attention for its million episodes.
Yeah, no kidding. So my next fact is I have moved about 7 times, soon possibly to be 8, which I think is quite a large amount for being only 18.
It's pretty depressing, actually.
Yeah, I move a lot. My dad loves to move. He's like, okay, I'm bored. And I'm like, oh, okay.
The next fact is I do not like painting my fingernails. I bite my fingernails off. I don't like painting them. As soon as I paint them, I end up just scratching all the paint off. I don't know what it is. I just don't like painting my nails.
Me. I always have my nails painted.
That's why, like, when we make videos that just our hands are in, Fiona has got, like, the manicure lesbian fingers, and I have the little boy hands.
So the next fact about me is when I'm eating and I'm in a comfortable, like, area with my friends or I'm at home and I'm really enjoying my food, I will hum to myself unconsciously. Like, I'll just be like, and I remember Erin caught me doing it one time. She's like, "Were you humming?" I'm like, "No."
We were in the cafeteria at school.
And I'm like comfortable with my friends. I'm like, yeah.
And I was just like, "Are you humming?" And you're like, "No." And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure you're humming."
And I was just like, oh.
The next fact is my favorite animal of all time is a orca whale. I love killer whales. They're my favorite. I love all aquatic animals. I'm like obsessed with aquatic animals, but killer whales are by far my favorite. Piss on you, SeaWorld. I had to insert that there. Hate you.
Okay, so the next fact about me is when I was little, I used to do karate, which is kind of like, I feel like not something that many people could see me doing, but yeah, I used to do karate, and I really loved it, actually.
So my next fact is that my favorite Pokemon, because I love Pokemon, are Zubat, which is a weird one, I know. I love Zubat and Mudkip. Those are my 2 favorite Pokemon. They're so cute. Well, I mean, I guess most people probably don't think Zubat's cute.
He's cute in his own way.
He's kind of weird looking, but I love him. I have a plushie Zubat, and his name is Zuby, and I love
It's creative.
I love him so much.
Okay, so the next fact about me is I have been listening to Big Bang since grade 7, so I think that's like going on 7 years.
It's really funny. My next fact's about K-pop too.
I've been listening to Big Bang for 7 years. I really love Big Bang.
My next fact is about SHINee, which is my favorite K-pop group of all time, and it's probably the only K-pop group that I feel like really dedicated to. And I've been listening to SHINee for 6 years? I know I haven't been listening to SHINee since they came out, but I've been listening to SHINee for about 6 years, I think.
So the next fact about me is in the wintertime, I love falling asleep in a really hot room. Like, I will have like sweaters, long pajama pants, like 6 blankets and my heater on, and my parents will come in and they'll be like, "It's so hot in here." I'm like, "No, it's nice."
No, it's hot.
I'm melting.
When I sleep over at her house, she's like, "Do you mind if we put Timmy on?"
Which is my heater.
Her heater's name is Timmy, and I'm like, "Okay." And then it's on, and I'm like,
I'm preparing myself for hell. I'm roasting in my room like, this is nice and warm.
That's like what it's like, hot. The next fact is, I gotta tell you guys my full name. My full name is Erin Elizabeth Montgomery. My first name is super short, but my second and my last name are so long. And fun fact, I was named after the Queen of England. my middle name. That's literally
Wow,
the
that's
reason.
cool though. Okay, so the next fact about me is I'm really, really bad at math and science. And I almost failed grade 9 math and I almost failed grade 10 science. And as soon as I'd stopped taking science, I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. Get away from me. Yeah, so bad. My brain's just like an art brain. It just doesn't move that way.
It's like, can I draw the 5 as a Van Gogh 5?
Yeah, it's just like,
So the next fact about me is I prefer water over pop. I always want to drink water. I like fizzy drinks, but I prefer water. Like if I go out somewhere like with a bunch of friends, I'd rather have water than pop or iced tea.
it's also better.
Yeah, way better. Plus, like, my teeth are gonna explode enough as it is with the sweets that I have, so I don't need any more.
So the next fact about me, and I think I can say the same for Erin. I know you well. I have never done any sort of drugs. No.
We are super clean.
Yeah, we are. No, like we are actually pretty innocent.
The next fact is I have a supremely large collection of plushies. Or stuffed animals, depending on like where you're from, what you call them. Like right here, like just right here in front of me, I have 1, 2. I have so many stuffed animals, it's ridiculous.
Okay, so the next fact about me is I love scary movies. But I love watching them. Like, I love that adrenaline rush you get while watching scary movies. But I get so scared after watching scary movies, and I cannot sleep for days, that I now make, like, I've just forced myself to stop watching scary movies. I'm like, I can't do it. It's not worth it.
That's like me with scary videos on YouTube.
Yeah,
like I love watching them, and then I'm up until 2 in the morning, like,
why did
there
I
are
do
demons
this?
in my room.
Yeah, I'm like, why did I do this to myself?
So my next fact is I can catch frogs with my bare hands. Doesn't matter the size. I've been catching frogs since I was about 6 years old at my cottage. I can catch a frog, any size frog with my bare hands. Like, I just reach in and I'm just like, frog.
Okay, so the next fact about me is along with Korean and Japanese dramas, I also watch British dramas quite a lot because my mom is always forcing me to watch those.
The next fact for me is that when I was a little kid, I was obsessed with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I watched a lot of other YouTubers do these top 10 lists, and a lot of other YouTubers said they really liked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a kid, and they had a crush on Turtle. I had a crush on a turtle. I had a crush on Raphael.
It's your sexual awakening, Erin.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. That was from The Lion King.
Yeah, I think.
But so weird. They're turtles.
I know. It's the same with the cat from the
Cat Returns.
The Cat Returns.
Studio Ghibli's trying to make us into furries.
Yeah, I swear. No, stop. Okay, so the next fact about me is my current obsession with clothing right now is I am obsessed with the Liz Lisa brand. I think it's so pretty and I can't afford any of it, but that's my current obsession.
My next fact is that I have 2 brothers, one older than me and one younger than me, and they are both autistic. They both have Asperger's, which is like high function autism. My older brother's in college to become a chemical engineer, and my younger brother's currently in grade 10. So I've grown up around like the disability for a long time, which has given me a lot of patience.
Okay, so the next fact about me is kind of similar to my scary movie fact is I actually really, really love sad animes. I think like, and I used to watch them all the time and like sad Japanese movies, but they affect me so much for like weeks afterwards. That's like all I could think about that like I just can't watch them. I just can't do it. Like Anohana, I'm just like,
I'm like, watch this anime, and she's like, oh no, is it sad? And
yeah,
like,
it's a little bit.
No, I
can't do it. I just get so emotional.
So my next fact is something you guys probably might not know about me, but I really, really, really love like punk, hard rock, and alternative music. Like really, I listen to
love
old
Lady
stuff.
Beard,
That's not count.
Yeah, Lady Beard counts.
Lady Beard doesn't count. I love Lady Beard. Don't get me wrong, but that doesn't count. Like my favorite bands are like My Chemical Romance, Linkin Park, Green Day. Like I like the 2000s bands, but I also really like a lot of the old stuff. So it's like, I don't know, I feel like that's something that like when people see me on the bus and I'm like all dolled up and I'm like sitting there and I'm like looking out the window smiling, they're like, what a nice young girl. And then it like in my headphones it's like,
Okay, so the next fact about me is I used to be a vegetarian for like almost 2 years until I ate a hot dog at Anime North.
that was
the end of the vegetarianism. I was just like, goodbye.
So the next fact is my favorite anime is La Rose of Versailles.
Oh my god.
I love this anime so much. It's old as balls. It's like from the 80s. Like, my mom was a kid when this anime came out. It's so old. I am so obsessed with this anime.
So the next fact about me is I used to be so afraid of the dark that up until a year ago, I still had to sleep with a nightlight in my room. I was so scared. I was just like, I can't sleep in the dark. I had to have nightlights in my room, and I still have them in the bathroom.
Next fact about me is I am a very, very fast texter. I text at like the speed of light. I remember when I used to have my old sliding text phone, I would text so fast, and Fiona had this Big Bang flip phone, and I would text her so fast, she would have to text me and be like, Erin, because you keep sending me new messages, all the other messages are getting deleted, you have to stop.
Yeah,
because I keep sending her too many text messages. This was like grade 10.
Okay, so another fact about me is I took Japanese classes in grade 6, and they only lasted for a few months. I was like a weeb, and like I wanted to learn Japanese like all weebs, except my parents actually listened to me, which was a horrible idea, and they were like, sure, we will enroll you in Japanese classes, and I was like, now I look back and I'm like, why did you waste your money on me? And I just, no.
So the next fact about me is I am #AP for life, which means for Lolita fashion, I'm pretty much a solo angelic pretty girl. Like, there are no other brands other than like off-brand Taobao stuff that has ever caught my eye in Lolita. I really only like angelic pretty.
I would if I could.
And all I own for the stuff that I own, I don't actually own any like Lolita, but I have like this AP necklace, and I have some other like kutsus and stuff. That's it. AP only for Lolita.
So the next fact about me is being around large groups of people, I find literally physically exhausting sometimes. Like, I need to take a nap, like, when I'm in a large, like, social situation. It just, like, it drains me. I'm just like, oh, it's time to go to bed now. I can't do it.
So the next fact about me is I have been in Scouts for 14 years. That's a long time.
I don't know how you do it. I did it for, like, I volunteered for, like, what was it,
2 weeks. We were in Cubs. They were crazy.
Yeah. Little snot.
They were crazy. So basically, since I was 5, I've been in Scouts. It's not like, I'm not a girl guide. I'm not a girl guide.
So the next fact about me is I am horrified of needles. Like, a month ago, I went to the doctor's, and he's like, okay, we're gonna get your blood taken. I literally argued with him. I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, come on. I'm like, no. I, like, refused him. And my mom was like, come on, sweetie. And I was like, no. And, like, I just straight up refused, and I just walked out.
We think she might have some kind of insulin problem, but she won't get a blood test. So if she dies, they'll be like, they'll check her blood when she's dead. They'll be like, she had diabetes the whole time. And she'll be like, well, she wouldn't get her blood tested, so it's her own fault.
I don't know, I'm just really, really scared of needles. I'll get as many tattoos, but you, like, give me a needle, I'm just like, no.
So,
that's another fact. I have a tattoo on my leg that I can't
cat
show.
paws.
Now.
The next fact about me is when I was younger, I believed in fairies. Really hardcore.
Dragons.
That's different.
No, I know about
yes, but
that.
sort of.
Aaron's like, no, they're very different.
I like fairies.
They have
like Arthur's Spiderwick Chronicles, that was like, I believe in fairies. I, to some respect, still kind of believe in fairies and stuff like supernatural kind of fairy stuff, but it's kind of like too different. Like, not to the extreme that I did when I was like in elementary school.
I try and convince myself still that dragons are real.
They could have been real. I mean, I don't think they're real now, but they could have.
I also, this is an extra fun fact, is I truly believed when I was younger that when I hit 16, I would be a magical girl.
I made her a magical girl wand for her birthday.
For 16th birthday. Like, I feel like I thought that I would wake up and my powers would be, like, ignited, and I'd be like, a magical girl.
So, when I'm going places, like on the bus or whatever, I'm either really early, like I'll show up like 45 minutes early and I'm like, surprise, I'm here, or I show up really late, like an hour or 2 late. I'm like, I'm here.
I'm either late or late.
Yeah, she's either late or really late.
Yeah.
Like, it's like 15 minutes late or like 4 hours late.
Okay, so the last fact about me is I feel like I'm very picky when it comes to animes. That's why I never finish them, and it's very hard for me to take recommendations from people, because, like, it has to, like, fill certain categories for me, and, like, I never finish animes. Like, I usually drop them. It's really sad.
I always
Except
try.
One Punch Man.
I always try to finish all the animes I start. That's, like, my rule.
Yeah, it's like a goal. I used to be like that, too, but now I just, like, I can't. The only anime I've literally finished is One Punch Man. That's it, recently. And Ori Monogatari.
I finished a couple. I'm thinking we're talking about what we're gonna do for our anime reviews. we're gonna do a couple soon, I think.
Yeah, I also think it would be cool, not now, so don't do it now, but if we were like, hey guys, we're gonna do an anime first impression, so you guys like tweet us
Some
animes, and we'll like film ourselves watching the first episode, or well, not all of it, like we'll obviously fast forward, and then you can see our impressions on it.
So, that was 50 facts about damn cool blue girls.
Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching and you found some of these facts interesting. Leave a comment down below and let us know an interesting fact about you.
Also, let us know if any of these interesting facts are similar to you.
Yeah.
Because I find that
We would like to know if we're not weird alien creatures. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
And follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. Woo! Also our blog.
Yeah.
We have a blog now. I don't think we made a video when we had this blog.
No.
So we have a blog. Go look. We have one post.
It'll
it's
be
about
in the
Cat Cafe.
description, and there will be more posts in the future about Christmas.
I'm
and
posting this
anime.
weekend about Christmas songs. All my favorite Christmas songs. They're
They're
all
funny.
really hardcore Christmas songs.
Yeah, you should read it when it's out. Anyway, guys, goodbye.